And welcome back into part 2 of Why is Friday the 13th Unlucky? To Hide a Great Secret. Spaceman 2.0 Phoenix Truth Rising show here to wake you up and help you grow in the knowledge and wisdom of truth. And the truth will set you free. Well, with that being said, let's get right back into why is 13 unlucky? Well, we're just going over how it can create people to have such an anxiety to avoid travel, business, and or leave the house. But a few prominent figures in history like Napoleon and Hoover of the States, Napoleon Bonaparte, and then Hoover, the president, they both had this fear. But we all know Friday the 13th goes back to a fear because of one of the stories about the Knights Templars who were accused for being as false bankers, taking people's money, charging interest, creating fake money, issuing accounts, and then people would come back and there'd be a run on the banks because they didn't have the gold and such and so forth. And they lend money to all the governments and stuff, and supposedly are some of the secret heads of state right now. So they were accused and were burnt at the stake for black magic and satanic money rituals. Of course, using sexual black magic rituals as well. So, same as then, same as now. Nothing new under the sun. History likes to repeat itself, it seems. With movies today like Friday the 13th, all about fear, even released on Friday the 13th, at least 4 out of 5 of them, especially the last one that was made. So why are they trying to keep 13 so prevalent in your heart and mind, away from your soul's desire to seek it out and know the divinity of its mind, of its kind? So could that be because it holds the greatest secrets for you to perceive? So I showed you the other tarot card of death, which has to do with the path from 6 down to 7, Netzach, which holds a clue, which I'm going to get into later on the secret to how to attain through this path here, is held in this path here. But within this path, there's a lot of clues here in this pictorial form of the High Priestess. Her number is 2, after the Magician. And she's on this path, number 13th, Gemel, the camel that goes through the desert, long journey, and takes with it some water as well to help it through. What she holds under her foot and on her lap there is the Torah, or the law. She understands the law between the 2 pillars of yin and yang. Now, I'm going to get into the greater mystery, but I'm trying to help you see that there's a holy light to this point of 13. She's on the 13th. She looks pretty holy to me when you get into the holy mystery of this card. But with that being said, number 2 shows a great mystery here. So what does the High Priestess depict is Torah, or knowledge of the law, which can get to 2, wisdom. So 13 in Egyptian times is actually the greatest number. It's related to the afterlife, therefore heaven. So you see, they want to keep us away from heaven by making us afraid of 13. Even in, buildings don't have 13th floor, or they just skip it in the numbers. They say it's 14. So having said that, the secret in the Tree of Life is to know that this also represents 2, which is wisdom. Wisdom is represented by, what do they say in Greek, or Sophie? So that's a clue right there to why number 13 is the greatest number. So who can be keeping the number 13 in your mind's eye as the most unholiest number or unluckiest number to keep you afraid and in the dark? Could it be the 13th tribe that is taken over through subterfuge? So wake up from death and into light and understand what 13 means, because we have 10 Sephiroth, but we have Ein Sof Or, which is represented by 3 lines on top of the tree of life, which means that the tree of life actually represents 13. Now, what does Ein Sof, or you got Sophie right there, wisdom. Ein. Ein potentially means no. Sof means a limit. And or means light. But to put this into an understanding in our terms, you can say no means un, and sof means limit. So or means light, therefore unlimited light. So they want to keep you away from the unlimited light, that when it's focused here is when it can come into manifestation and has to trickle down into an area where it can be harnessed, which is down here in Malkuth. It's too intense in Tephiroth, in the sun, but that is actually a gateway into higher spheres, is going through Christ. That's why there's no way into heaven except through Christ. That's another secret right there. Now 13 represents the high priestess, which is 2, wisdom. So unlimited light or unlimited wisdom, because wisdom is light as well. By wisdom you can see greater things than others or know what is up ahead by wisdom. When you understand symbols, signs, and markings in nature, because nature is the greatest book, which is what is depicted by the high priestess, showing all the fruits around her as nature is giving her the law. No matter what's going on in the world with these 13 tribes trying to take it over, we got to seek our unlimited light and understand that that's the only way through this sacred path of death, which represents going from, this is the death card, and it goes from here to Netzach. Netzach is Venus, okay? The fear of Friday. Friday is represented by Frigga or Venus, Venderje, Venus. So Venus is love. Love is the secret. I'll give you that through this path here of fear of the unknown, which is death. So may you seek your perfect peace profound, being pure positive potential in your unlimited light focus to seek the truth and manifest it here on earth. Spaceman 2.0, and I'm out.